Welcome back for another Plan with a Witch video. We are looking at May 2022. And before we get started, I just wanted to mention that this is the Recollections Collection Celestial Planner. I got it at Michael's. I get questions about that a lot. But as we are going into May, you'll be able to see here, this is a 12-month planner. Or 18-month planner. So when I got it, it started in July, but then goes all the way to the end of 2022. And usually I just do a 12-month planner, and I tend to switch them out mid-year rather than beginning of a new calendar year. I've just always done that since I was on a school system, even though I am 10 years removed from going to school. I don't know why, it's stuck in my head to get a new planner for September. But I am considering getting a new planner when this one is almost over, or maybe through the end of next month, because we've already seen July. So I wanted to show every single month in here, so through the end of June. So if there is another planner that you know of that has a September or July, August, sometime in there start date, and you would like me to check that out and review that, let me know. I will definitely be checking out the new planner lineup. They are already starting to come out, which is crazy to me because to me it doesn't seem like the new school year would be starting anytime soon. We're only at the beginning of May, but I know that the summer launch planners are already starting to come out. So if you have any interest in me checking out a new one, then absolutely let me know in the comments if you have a favorite, or if there's just one that you've seen around that you're interested in. I would be happy to take a look at that. So getting started, here is the first pages of May. You have the pretty design here that lets you know that it is moving into Gemini season. So here it lets you know that the sun is in Taurus right now. It started on April 20th, goes to May 20th, and then it moves into Gemini May 21st to June 20th. I'm going to zoom you in here so you can pause and read what it has to say about Taurus season and the Gemini transition if you're interested. All right, back to the big view. So then we flip into the May monthly overview. I usually write my May to-do list here. I'm still figuring that out. And I draw a tarot card for the month, which is the moon. And then as always, I have my content plan here. So Wednesdays are, of course, the podcast. Fridays are what you are watching over on YouTube here. And Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays are all of the things that are up on Patreon. And Patreon is always linked in the description if you are interested in joining. So that's everything that I have going on for this month. This is what the week looks like. I usually use these lines down here to write out the ingredients and instructions for whatever spell or ritual I worked on that week. And that is something that I flip it back to the previous month and show over on Patreon. So patrons, if you are watching this, just stay tuned. That will be at the end. So here we have the Mercury retrograde information, everyone's favorite. So that is on Tuesday, May 10th. And specifically it says, Tuesday marks the beginning of a Mercury retrograde. Being in Gemini, it will heavily affect the way we understand each other and communicate. I mean, when does it not, though, really? This doesn't only apply when speaking. It will also make writing, learning a new language, and communication through computers more difficult. Take the time to think before forming a reply. Listen more intently. I feel like that's good advice for all the time, so. And then in here on Monday, May 16th, there's the full moon, and it is a total lunar eclipse. So this one I think a lot of people actually can see. I know we can see the entire thing from start to finish here in Chicago. I think like it's like Midwest, like someplace near Nebraska, Iowa. From there all the way to the East Coast, you can see the entire thing and all of South America. And then I think you can see, at least partially, maybe not from start to finish, on the west coast of the US, most of Africa and most of Europe. But yes, if you are on the other side of that, can't see it in India, Asia, Australia, none of those have the view for this one. Sorry, guys. Monday ushers in a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and it's about depth. Being the polarity of Taurus, you may feel heavier than normal. If it seems especially overwhelming, then that means it's time to take ownership of something you're ignoring within yourself. Scorpio brings forth hidden or unconscious feelings, so you need to resolve or embrace them in order to move on. And then lastly, here we have the information about Saturn retrograde. That actually starts next week. That's on June 4th. But I like that it still gives you the information so you can prepare for it. So this says, Saturn's retrograde begins next Saturday, June 4th, in Aquarius. This means that you will be looking at the needs of the many, raising up your community, taking responsibility, and doing something about the injustices within. This could disrupt your own life, which may feel chaotic and jarring, but with a little work, you can see your burdens as building blocks for a better foundation. And then, of course, it goes into June. So that is everything for this month for May. Again, if you're interested to see what April looks like all filled out and stuff, then be sure to subscribe over on Patreon. If you are already a patron, then just stay tuned because the video will continue into what April looks like. And if you have any recommendations about the next planner that I should try out, it doesn't have to be witchy. There are a lot of, like holistic living wellness planners that can easily be made into witchy. That's like a big part of witchcraft, at least it is for me. So if you have any recommendations, absolutely let me know in the comments. And otherwise, I will see you next month for June.